can I, will I ever love you again? Tell me, why then can't I?
For the younger group, men are into, I'll have marriage-minded speed dating events. Men always sign up right away, and I have to beg the women. You know, not beg them, I don't beg people, but I mean, I do have to usually market to the women. I have to say, hey, we've got a speed dating event. We've got 12 men who want to meet you. It's marriage-minded. And I usually have to cancel the event because I can't get the women in. They're not interested. But they get to be 40, really involved in their careers, and they get to be 40, and they all of a sudden they have no man, they have no baby, and the clock is ticking. So then they start getting a little panicky as to finding somebody so they can have a baby.
You see, that's what I'm against so much, is that people get, when they get panicky, then they just grab
onto anybody.
And that's something, maybe that's, and I've never settled down. Being an actor, I never know where I'm going to be and this and that, and I don't know why I never got married. I think I said to someone once, if I started over again, if I had a chance, I probably would do it with someone.
Are you dating now? Do you date?
Not right now, I'm not.
You don't date.
No.
And
But,
when you do date, where do you find your dates?
Well, I'm an actor, so a lot of times I find them, people in my business.
Yeah.
Especially when I go to actor's studio and this and that. Or people do the speed dating. How long is that? What does that mean by speed dating? Do you get a time limit? And
you have about 5 minutes to sit and talk with someone. And then a bell is rung, and then the men get up and move to the next woman at the next table, and it keeps going until everyone has met everyone, and each person has a tally sheet where they keep track of who they met. And if they meet someone who they'd like to get to know better, they put an X in the matchbox next to their name, and then they turn those sheets in to the coordinator at the end of the night, and we go through them and we get back to them the next day, and we send them the contact information of their mutual matches. So no one can ask anyone out for a date right there and then.
right there. Oh.
That's the one rule that we have.
Oh.
And so they don't put them on the spot.
Put them on.
A lot of people love this. They love dating this way, because where can you go and find 12, 13 people you're in the age range that you're seeking in one room, and that you can go and be guaranteed to sit and talk to every woman, each man, woman, man, for 5 minutes.
Now, do people do this sober?
Oh yes, well they can drink. They can drink, and a lot of people. Well, that's a good question, because a lot of people come in and they're a little nervous.
Yeah.
They'll you can see it on their face when they're signing in. 2 minutes after it starts, they love it. They relax. They know they aren't put on the spot, so they have nothing to worry about. Yeah. But it really is a very effective way.
Yeah, because
you should come to one sometime, John. Well, you'd fall in love with every woman, probably.
Probably.
Well, what is it that you look for in a woman? Are you looking are you attracted? I mean, we have to be attracted to them, but so when you ask someone out for a date, you know them a little bit, or you're just going purely on what they look like, or what?
I'm an instinct player, you
Okay.
know, and I guess it has to do with looks. There's something, you look at somebody and say, do I want to make love to this person or not?
Yeah. Well, I had a man come up from Malibu once when I was at the Hyatt in Westlake Village. He was very, very attractive, and we had a break, and I went up to him and I said, well, Anthony, you're going to really like this next lady, because she was very attractive, and I knew her, and she was very nice. And he said, but I'm really surprising myself, because I'm sitting down and taking the time and talking. I'm finding myself becoming attracted to those I wouldn't ordinarily be attracted to.
There's a famous line from Starbucks, from The Rainmaker, when he tells Lizzie, all women are beautiful, but they're all beautiful in different ways.
Yeah.
And I find that in women. I mean, it's not just that, American beauty, but there's beauty. One of the sexiest women that I have ever met in my life, not met her, which I would, was Anna Mangani, the Italian actress, and from The Rose Tattoo.
Yeah.
And The Fugitive Kind.
Right.
And Anthony Quinn said it, and Anthony Francioso said the same thing. She was the sexiest woman You know, and she wasn't beautiful. She was, she was rough looking, like she'd give you a beating. But she had that. There's something, you know sometimes when you meet somebody. Well, everybody knows. We know right away if we're attracted to each other or not.
Well, it has to. You have to have that chemistry, or it's not going to work. A relationship.
Right.
If you don't have that chemistry, forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I say men and women are so different. I mean, you look, I don't know what women look at. That's why I wanted you on the show. What do women want from men?
Well, I think they basically want the same thing that a man does. They have to be attracted to them for whatever attracts them. It could be the good looks, could be intellectually, it could be that he's a great dresser, whatever. But I mean, you do have to be attracted, and you have to have some chemistry too. So and it can't be just one way. It can't be the woman really liking the man and the man not reciprocating, because then that's not going to work either. But I think that women are really taken with men who are successful and a nice dresser, someone who treats them nice, has nice manners. So I think that's mostly, and probably smart. You know what I mean?
Smart. All the things I don't have anymore. And what about background? You guys ever do like background checks or anything like that?
In my custom matchmaking. So if someone hires me and they want me to find them someone, I don't do it in the less expensive packages, but I have one package where I charge more and I do the background checks because it's a little pricey to have somebody check somebody out. And
it is.
Yeah, they say that that's against the law. You're not supposed to be able to do that. But so what I do is if I check somebody out and they don't pass, they never know. The woman never knows the man's name, so no one ever knows.
And today you can Google people's names.
Right, you can almost do it yourself online.
Just go on there, especially if you come up, you Google my name, and things come up about me too.
Yeah,
there's other things
you don't want to come up.
Well, yeah, because my family's still mad at me. When my family, the upscale New Jersey, when it came out that I used to be, in organized crime. It came out in the papers and all that, and I'm not ashamed of my background, that I was involved in organized crime.
What did you do?
Well, if I tell you, I got to kill you.
So it was that bad, huh?
Doesn't look good. So in speed dating, all of this comes up. Now, how does that play out? Like now, and people are going to see the show.
Well, that's up to them to find out. It's not up to me to tell them. If they call me and ask me, perhaps, but I mean, I'm not going to discourage somebody from coming into a speed dating event. Sometimes I will get someone who just doesn't fit in with the look, the overall look of the people. But the people who come to my events, I've heard people say they are the most upscale of any other organization they've gone to.
Oh, that's nice.
And I don't know why, other than the fact that I do advertise upscale singles. But I don't know. But I do have some very nice people coming in, and no one's perfect. I mean, a lot of people have tainted backgrounds, so to speak, or could have done something they're not necessarily real proud of. But if you wanted to come to one of my speed dating events, I wouldn't say no.
Well, and I want people to know I can't give out websites, but they can Google your name.
They can Google my name.
And it'll all come out. So say your name.
Absolutely.
So they
It's Karalee Austin. It's Karalee, one name, Austin, Austin.
This way, because I think it's very important what you're doing, and you have a show on public access too.
I do.
So tell the folks the name of it.
My show is called Attraction. So if you're interested in being a guest on the show, please watch, and would love to have you as a guest. And it's usually on Saturday afternoon around 5 o'clock is when it airs.
Oh, you don't know, because I saw it on I guess outside.